in high definition. Your breaking news and weather authority. This is WITN News at 6.
We begin with a story happening right now. 3 people have been detained after deputies discovered a suspected meth lab late Tuesday afternoon.
And this is a live look at the scene in Chocowinity in Beaufort County. Deputies and fire crews were called to the home between the 100 and 200 block of Highway 33 right around 5 p.m. 2 of the 4 lanes of the highway are currently blocked off in that area. Stay with WITN.com for updates on this story throughout the evening.
A woman accused of shooting her mother in the back of the head is going to state prison for at least the next 14 years.
Her sentence comes after she reached a plea deal with prosecutors admitting to the crime. Ariel Placencia was in the courtroom today and spoke to the victim's family. And Ariel, what did they think of the sentencing today?
Dave and Lynette, family members were not happy after the judge read Lori Ellis's sentence today. It was an emotional afternoon in the courtroom as family members addressed Ellis, who pled guilty to second-degree murder in the killing of her 62-year-old mother. Deputies say Ellis shot Brenda Woodard back in 2013 at the mother's home on Sharon Church Road while Ellis's 4-year-old son was in the next room. During a 911 call, Ellis claims the gun accidentally went off when she was showing her mother how to use it. Deputies say Woodard was shot in the back and Ellis was charged with murder.
I think she should spend the rest of her life in prison. If you kill your mother, that's what you deserve, especially when her mother done everything for her.
Ellis was sentenced to serve between 16 and 20 years in state prison. And when I talked to the family, they told me that the saddest part about the situation is Ellis's son, who they say witnessed the shooting. Dave, they say that he's still scared to death about what he saw and that he talks about it often. Reporting live in Kinston, I'm Ariel Placencia, WITN News.
All right, thanks, Ariel. And Ellis will get credit for more than 2 years already served in the county jail.
Police say a man wanted in a city's first murder of 2016 was caught today, nearly 300 miles away. Dante Flowers was wanted for the shooting death of Kendall Boone on Tower Hill Road in Kinston. Kinston police say the 28-year-old was picked up Tuesday by U.S. Marshals in Washington, D.C. Boone's death was the first of 2 murders in Kinston on January 25th. Investigators believe both are gang-related.
A wrong move and a toddler's life now hangs in the balance. Greenville police say the nearly 2-year-old little boy was not properly restrained inside the car that his mother was driving when police said that she caused an accident on Monday.
Well, now she's facing a slew of charges while authorities and child safety advocates talk about the importance of properly securing a child inside a car. It took only a moment Monday for this accident on Memorial Drive to turn into a child abuse case. Police say 22-year-old Shaquille Cannon, seen in a mugshot from a 2014 assault case, is now accused of misdemeanor child abuse, unsafe movement, driving while license revoked, expired registration, and child safety seat violation.
The driver of the vehicle is saying that the child was in a seatbelt at the time of the collision. Although that is a restraint, it's not a proper restraint for a 2-year-old.
A seatbelt is not adequate for a child at all because it's just not going to fit them properly.
Ellen Walston with the Eastern Carolina Injury Prevention Program says kids 8 years and under 80 pounds should always be in a car seat or booster, not just in the back seat.
They're not made for children, absolutely. These are made specifically for children, certain ages, certain weights.
What you want to do is you want to get it tight enough to where you want to make sure it's the correct angle first and foremost.
Greenville Fire Rescue can also help parents check to make sure the seat is properly secured in the car.
So it can be a headache for parents or guardians to put them in, but that's why we offer our free service here. That's why people can come here any Friday, every single Friday from 9:30 to 4:30, and we'll have a trained technician here.
Giving a child a better chance to make it safely home, even when there's an accident. Child advocates say car seats must be fastened in a rear seat if your child is under 5, weighs less than 40 pounds, and depending on which comes first, kids can upgrade to a seatbelt once they turn 8 years old or top 80 pounds.
We have dramatic video of an accident the police say was caused by a red light runner. This is video from a Greenville police traffic camera on Greenville Boulevard. Police say the driver of the Jeep Wrangler that landed on its top ran a red light. The driver of the Jeep was taken to Vidant Medical Center for what police say were minor injuries. He was also charged with running a red light. The other vehicle involved was a Toyota SUV and only had minor damage. Several lanes of Greenville Boulevard were shut down for about 45 minutes because of that lunchtime crash.
Moving on to weather, we had another warm day today with temperatures into the 60s, but we know some changes are on the way.
Matt, still warm tomorrow, but we have the chance for some rain and then possibly storms later in the day.
Yeah, after sunset, we're going to work some showers into the forecast and possibly a few strong thunderstorms. Here's a quick check of what's going on overnight tonight and into our Wednesday. Only cooling down to about 50 degrees. That's 11 o'clock tonight. You see that line starts to take off as we get into the early morning hours. 7 a.m., 59 degrees, 65 degrees by 11 a.m. tomorrow. The other thing to take note of, the winds will be going up as well. Before the rain even comes in, expect 10, 15, even 20 mile per hour winds tomorrow afternoon. The main threat is going to be between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. on Wednesday. And in terms of severe weather threat, straight line winds will be one of the concerns. Everything else, tornado and as well as hail threat is low. But we're going to put this in the medium category. You can see all that purple through all of East North Carolina indicating a 15 plus mile per hour wind with the potential of some stronger wind gusts within some of those thunderstorms. And we'll of course talk more about that, show you when this threat comes to an end in just about 10 minutes. Dave, Lynette.
All right, look forward to that. All right, thanks, Matt.
Sure.
A school district still has some questions about an early morning fire that destroyed an $83,000 school bus.
Firefighters with Winterville Fire Rescue EMS say the bus fire at Creekside Elementary on 4 Lines Road was accidental and started in the engine. The school district, however, says it feels like it's too early to rule the fire accidental and that state transportation officials are looking into it. The fire started around 4:45 a.m. Authorities were notified when someone driving by spotted the flames.
Aldermen in one city have already approved another electric rate reduction for their residents, the third in less than a year. Stacia Strong is live in New Bern now with a breakdown of what that means for those on city utilities. Stacia.
Yeah, Lynette, this latest rate reduction brings the total savings to just over 16%, and it's all because of the asset sale by Electricities and Duke Energy that happened at the end of last summer. And with this additional savings, it's of course good news for both residents and businesses in the area. Nell Todd is less than 2 weeks away from opening the doors on her bridal salon, Thornberry Brides, in downtown New Bern, and is glad to see another electric rate reduction.
Electricity plays a part because in a bridal business especially, there's a lot of light. And when you burn a lot of light, you have to be as energy efficient as you can, because every dollar you spend goes into your bottom line, and if you spend more on electricity, that's more dresses that you're going to have to sell.
Monday night, New Bern's Board of Aldermen voted to approve a 1.25% utility rate reduction, hoping to help city utility customers save even more.
I think the Board of Aldermen were very proactive in doing that because it helps businesses maintain their bottom line a lot better.
And it's entrepreneurs like her that city officials say they had in mind when working to approve this latest rate drop.
We're a thriving community and we want to continue to allow that to happen. And so our board is taking initiative to do everything that they can to ensure that businesses have an opportunity to come here and be successful.
The city has been pushing for new development like Thornberry Brides, and with this price decrease, they're hoping even more are on the way.
We have a lot of interest in New Bern right now, and I'm sure that this will make a huge difference, increasing that exposure, increasing that interest here in New Bern.
Now, Lynette, this latest rate reduction will only take about $2 off your monthly bill, but all three rate reductions together equal about $24 less on your electricity bill than this time last year. And this latest savings will take effect on April 1st. Reporting live in New Bern, I'm Stacia Strong, WITN News.
Yeah, not bad, about $24 a month. That's really good. Thanks so much, Stacia. And New Bern is not the only city that has been able to decrease city utility costs. Greenville saw a 7% decrease. Kinston saw a 10% decrease, and Washington reduced their rates by 6% because of the asset sale. But as of now, these other cities are not discussing any further rate decreases.